Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. I hold on to little pieces of what we were. I know we're long gone, but take it easy. I know it hurts. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
I love it when you call me a señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is your love. It's true love me for ya.
I found love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, things don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet. Will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? 'Cause baby, I will be loving you till we're 70. And maybe my heart
very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Green Productivity Awards 2021. To mark the initiation of the event, I would like to invite you all to rise up for the national anthem. First things comes first. Ladies and gentlemen, to light the traditional oil lamp, I would like to cordially invite the following guests. So we say, take your light, take your candle, and light up the world. So having that wish in our mind, we hope everything would go in the proper way, and we wish all the very best for everybody. So hope is being able to see that there is light despite of all darkness. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I cordially invite our chief guest for today's event, Mrs. Devi Gustano Tobing, the Ambassador of Indonesia. Our guest of honor, Mr. Vimalendra Sharan, the FAO representative for Sri Lanka and Maldives. And I would like to invite our keynote speaker for the event, Professor Rangika Halwatura, the Director General of Central Environmental Authority, Mr. Hemantha Jayasinghe, a representative from FAO, Mr. Nalin Munasinghe, the First Secretary of SLAAQP, Mr. Rashid Mahmood, the President of SLAAQP, Mr. Vipul Kularatne, the event chairman, Professor Hemanti Ranasinghe, the Secretary of SLAAQP, Dr. Nirmali De Selva, the Assistant Editor, Mr. Udita Sena Ratne, Mrs. Kulani Karuna Ratna, Director of Environmental Planning and Economics from the Ministry of Environment, and one of the contenders and invitees and Vice Presidents of SLAAQP, Mrs. Surani Dias, Medini Somasinghe, Mr. Namal Dharmaratna, Ms. Sakuntala Gunatilaka, and the treasurer of SLAQP, Mr. Tennakon and Mr. Premalal Paturana for this event. We always say light is where the hope is. It does not matter how darker it gets, but we always hope the light is somewhere close by. The light which is lit by all of you would always raise that hope. So thank you very much for joining in for this glamorous evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity, SLAAQP, they proudly present you the Green Productivity Awards 2021. So this is the very first award of this nature in this country. So in this glamorous evening, we will be awarding the winners of this contest, and we will be recognizing you for the efforts that you all have put on. So we will be talking about what this green productivity really means. So the objective of this effort is to evaluate and honor organizations with the best green productivity practices based on leadership, environmental sustainability, enhancing productivity, and sustainable innovation and social contribution. The assessment was based on the green productivity criteria of the Asian Productivity Organization, AOP of Japan. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's so happy to let you all know that 25 companies comprising of both private and public sectors applied for this event. The victorious people are here with us. So while thanking all of the dignitaries who joined us for the lighting of the oil lamp, you can see it's a creative effort that has put forward rather than setting up with the traditional extent. So it is beautiful, it's creative, and in the same way, it is eco-friendly. So the beauty of nature has always come to add glory to this beautiful evening. Thank you very much, all of you. So talking about SLAQP, the Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity, they have started their journey in 1996 as a successor to Quality Circle Association of Sri Lanka in 1989. Would you believe they have come like wonderful 33 years, the journey of 33 years of SLAQP had involved in conducting various programs. So they have come a long way, producing a big effort on giving an impact about the productivity. So they have been conducting various trainings, workshops, seminars, webinars, online programs, conventions, quality circle competitions, and so on. It would be better like if we could see that on screen rather than me talking to you. So let's have a look at the video about the journey of this association.
Success, albeit an individual, organizational or national pursuit, depends on productivity, or rather, the ability to take right decisions at the right time. The Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity, SLAQP, was thus founded with the purpose of promoting productivity in the private, public, educational, as well as communal spheres of the country. To that end, it encourages innovation and creativity, and has launched an awareness program to the general public, while socializing the program on productivity promotion as a national campaign. In doing so, SLAQP aims to create value among consumers and worker associates by improving their standard of living among businesses, by assisting in an increase of outputs by utilizing the same or fewer inputs, and also the government by generating larger tax payments by virtue of higher economic growth. Founded in 1996 as the successor to the Quality Circle Association of Sri Lanka that was established in 1989, the SLAQP is recognized as a non-profit organization. It is comprised of professionals from various disciplines, ranging from CEOs to prominent academics who wish to commit their time and contribute their knowledge to uplift the quality and productivity of the country. Thus, over the years, the SLAQP has proved to be instrumental in advancing the quality and productivity of our nation. All activities of the SLAQP are driven by its vision to be the premier organization nurturing world-class excellence in quality and productivity in Sri Lanka. As such, the SLAQP strives to build competencies and promote the practice of quality and productivity concepts, as well as techniques. We are the only organization in Sri Lanka geared to provide a platform to appreciate the contributions of associates in the grassroots levels of operation through the National Convention of Quality and Productivity, NCQP. NCQP is an opportunity for quality circle teams formed in various organizations to present their contributions to a panel of judges and be rated accordingly. The winning teams get an opportunity to participate in the International Convention on Quality Control Circles, ICQCC, annually, and their competencies in the international arena. ICQCC 2014 was hosted by the SLAQP in Colombo. The participation of over 1,000 delegates and 230 teams from over 14 countries, which created an insightful discourse. Our annual calendar also includes the 5S Convention, which brings to light the latest 5S activities initiated within the industry by pioneers in the field, while organizing public seminars in order to enhance the knowledge of quality and productivity productivity within the Sri Lankan industries. We at SLAAQP are also well equipped to facilitate tailor-made in-house training programs, classroom and virtual sessions together with our panel of experts to any organization that is willing to improve at substantially lower rates. As a part of our services to the nation, SLAAQP has teamed up with Professor Katsutoshi Ayano from the Tokai University in Japan, who is also a member of the Demon Prize Committee to award the Ayano TQM Award to local industries. This is awarded in line with the Demon TQM Award criteria that is offered in Japan. SLAAQP fellowship with a number of prominent international bodies such as ANQ, Asian Network for Quality, ISQ, Indian Society for Quality, QCFI, Quality Circle Forum of India, JUSI, Union of Japanese Scientists and Engineers.
From just being another healthcare provider, SLAAQP has enabled us on the quality journey that has made it possible for Himas hospitals to become the preferred healthcare brand of choice for healthcare here in Sri Lanka as well as in international arena.
It's to be really appreciated during the time that we had the lockdown and subsequently you ventured out with bringing top resource personnel to discuss and to present in these areas, ranging a wide array of subjects as webinars to many people.
The success we have achieved through the Future Stars program would not have been possible without the support and contribution from SLAAQP. We look forward to a continued partnership with them to build the capability of our associates to help MAS and Sri Lanka remain globally competitive.
If you are interested in obtaining more information on what we do at SLAAQP, membership, upcoming events, or contact details, we warmly welcome you to visit us at www.slaqp.org.
Having a mission to be the premier organization nurturing world-class excellence in quality and productivity in Sri Lanka, SLAAQP is doing a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, to go ahead with the agenda, may I cordially invite Mr. Vipul Kularatne, the President of SLAAQP, to welcome all of you.
Thank you, Arundhati. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Sri Lanka Association for Advancement of Quality and Productivity, or SLAAQP as we call it, I would like to welcome all our invitees and participants for the Green Productivity Award 2021. It is a pleasure and honor to have all of you here. Without your continuous support and presence, there won't be a Green Productivity Award. I would like to extend my special appreciation to our special invitees. Our chief guest, Honorable Her Excellency Ms. Devi Gustima Tobin, High Commissioner of Indonesia to Sri Lanka and Maldives. Then we invited our guest of honor as Mr. Malendra Sharan, United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization Sri Lankan head, but he had a special issue, and then we welcome his representative, Mr. Nalin Munasinghe, Deputy Residential Representative, UNAFO. Then our keynote speaker, Professor Rangika Hallathura, welcome. Then Press Secretary to Economics Affairs, Indonesian High Commissioner, Mr. Rashid Mahamuddin. Then Mr. Hemanta Jayasinghe, Director General of CEA, welcome. Then other guests and award winners and all media persons. We at SLAAQP consider the event Green Productivity to be one of our landmark initiatives. We are proud to be the very first to organize an event of this nature in Sri Lanka, where we have computed green aspects together with productivity initiatives. Rather than I explain the value of green productivity, I would like to invite you to watch a brief video clip. Please, we'll see the video clip.
It's Friday and a lot of you, I'm guessing, have shopping plans for the weekend. Now tell me one thing. What's that one tag you look at when you pick up a dress? Price tag, I'm guessing. What if the clothes also came with a climate tag? Would you care to look at it before buying that garment? A climate tag. France is proposing one such tag by 2023, that is next year. Every piece of garment sold in France will come with a climate impact tag. It will tell you how the garment has impacted the climate, whether the factory it was made in used solar power, or was it fired by coal? How many gallons of water went into making that cotton shirt? What is the distance it traveled? What is the shirt's carbon footprint? What kind of dye was used? How did that color affect the planet? And how much more will it pollute the earth every time that shirt is washed? All of these data points will be at your disposal. Well, France is yet to make up its mind on what this climate tag will look like. But the idea is clear. It is to help consumers make informed choices. Also induce a sense of guilt, I think. It's bound to. It's bound to pinch a little if your shopping cart reeks of deforestation. What have trees to do with clothes, you ask, and I will tell you. Have you heard of viscose and rayon? These are fabrics. In fact, they make up 5% of the fabric industry. And guess what? 30% of rayon and viscose is made up from wood pulp. A lot of it comes from endangered trees. Did you know 120 million trees are cut every year to make our clothes? You see, there isn't much awareness when it comes to the cost of fashion. Viscose, for example, is extremely polluting. In most viscose factories, 50% of the material goes to waste, and that waste pollutes the earth. Cotton doesn't fare much better. It's good for your skin, yes, but has an insatiable appetite for water. In Uzbekistan, 50 years of cotton farming dried up the Aral Sea. It takes 2,700 liters of water to make one cotton shirt. That's the amount of water a person drinks in 900 days. What about denims? It takes nearly 4,000 liters of water to make one pair of denims. Now, how many of us knew this? How many of you knew this? France's move is aimed at spreading this awareness, at making people aware.
Okay. Thank you for watching that video. I think it tells so many things. Okay, as you have seen, green productivity is our future. Video was only about clothes, but in time to time come everything that we must align to protect Mother Nature. I think the video has summed up to importance of green productivity for our future survival. When we were discussing this event, we never anticipated participation of this caliber. We are delighted and proud to be announced that we had 25 submissions, and I must stress that this is not a competition and is purely based on the information you have submitted. The event is an eye-opener for us, all of us, to review your process every year, so that as an organization, you can be proud of your contribution to the Mother Nature. It was a pity that we have planned to visit the selected organization, but due to COVID and this fuel crisis, we could manage it. However, now that we have your support and commitment, we will plan more elaborate events for next year and for many more years to come. We are also planning to support your green productivity initiatives through our panel of experts wherever possible. Without taking much time, again, I would like to thank all of you for taking this time to attend this timely event, and for those waiting for receive Green Productivity Awards, and wish you all the best in all of your future. Together we could save Mother Nature. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kularatne. So, with that eye-opening talk and the video that we were able to watch, ladies and gentlemen, you may wonder, what insights could we have regarding green productivity? What does this really mean? So, this is the high time for it. We have a leading academic who will explain this in very simpler terms to all of you. He has many specialities, including sustainable material and design, the specialization areas like green technology, construction management, structural designing, project planning and monitoring, computer-aided server-based project planning, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to invite Professor Rangika Halvatura, Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, University of Moratuwa, to deliver the keynote address of today's evening. Over to you, Professor Halvatura.
Thank you, and very good evening. Well, I first thank the organizing committee for inviting me, or rather picking me as the keynote speaker for this great occasion. Well, in Sri Lanka, I think always we talk about the quality, the perfection. I mean, we are a great nation where we have a lot of history to show and say, but when it comes to the present state, I think more than everything, what matters is the quality, the perfection. Today we had a great event in the morning. There's Dr. Sujiva, who is the chairman of WSO2. He was delivering the keynote speech, and he was talking about our people going to other countries and they are doing a perfect job. But when it comes to Sri Lanka, I don't know why it is. I also thinking, what has, where the things has gone wrong. But anyway, when it comes to Sri Lanka, when they are in this blessed, not the best, but the blessed country, the perfection is missing. So in that context, I think I really value your effort to have this sort of event and value and really recognize the people who are doing good in terms of quality. Well, my task is completely different to their task. So I was asked to do a keynote speech on green and the sustainability. Video is not playing anyway. Well, I hope this video will play. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we'll take that as an image. Well, that particular image is, I don't know how many of you can remember or pitch the meaning of the image. It's a video, but unfortunately that video is not playing. That doesn't matter. It's sort of a macro image of a coral, right? The coral is it's in this size or bigger than that, but that small piece is something like this. And that was taken inside my lab, and I have my coral tanks, and that's one of a video, but unfortunately it's not playing, a video of a small coral. So if this particular video is playing, you will be able to see these tiny, the projections are moving. So those are called polyps. So it's sort of a polyp colony. If you take a coral, I mean, you may have seen corals. They may, I mean, when it comes to your home, it's pure white, it's calcium carbonate skeleton. But when you go to the sea, inside the water, the marine the setup, they have been different colors and they are growing, right? And we don't allow people to walk on corals. We say they will die. But I mean, in real speaking, they are not really dying just because we walk. Because this coral is basically taken up by these small, tiny creatures called polyps. They're like fingers, so they move and they eat from the water, and they will give the color. At the same time, they will build up this particular coral. The reason why I'm putting this particular small photo, now it's not a video, as my first slide, because these corals, or rather these polyps, are very sensitive. If there is a tiny change in the ocean water, or even inside my coral tanks, let's say the light level goes down, or light level goes up, the quality of the water goes down, or some other fact, if this goes down, they will die in no time. We have seen, even in Sri Lanka very recently, we saw big coral reefs dying in few days. One is Hikkadua, the Polhena. Within few days, the beautiful reef with a lot of color, a lot of glamour, became a white cloth within 1 or 2 days. The reason was these polyps are very, very sensitive. So inside my university, inside my lab, inside these coral tanks, I'm very, very careful to maintain the water quality. to look after these guys. When you take the corals and human, I can see a lot of similarities. The polyps are very, very sensitive, I told you, and you don't believe, we are also very sensitive. We are very sensitive, but unfortunately, the coral, the polyps, they know that they are very sensitive. So they are requesting us to save their environment for them to live. But we, the question is with you. We are sensitive, but are we really looking, or are we really thinking that we are sensitive? We think that we are adaptive, but in real terms, we are very sensitive. Right, from that small note, starting from my coral lab inside my university, inside my lab, let me take you to an interesting image, interesting place, taking you to an interesting place. I always love to, when it comes to sustainability and green, I always love to put this particular slide. I mean, it's a very, very interesting historical, archaeological location in Sri Lanka. I don't know how many of you have visited this, the blessed place. I'm again repeating, the blessed place, not the best place. It's a burial location. If I give you the locations, it's between Kurunegala and Dambulla on the main road. It's on the main road. I don't know how many of you have visited this place. It's as I said, it's a burial location. Before talking about this location, let me try to give you a small hint on how the setup is. If you look at the center, the top center image, you can see a big pot. So when a person died, this is more than 2,700 years ago. 2,700 years ago. So any religion leader, before they come to this world, this was there. Even the Lord Buddha, right? So the people who lived in this country 2,700 years ago, so they are the people who built this particular location. So you can guess how it was. You just compare that with the situation in, let's say, India. We all know about the Buddhist history. Let's say the Pansi Panas Jatake, a person dies. What they did, they get the dead body, they covered the body with old cloth, thrown that to the jungle, and the wild animals came and ate the body. So that's how they respected a dead body. But the people who lived in this country, they got the dead body, they burn it, right? Got the ash, put the ash into a pot, which you can see at the center. It's about 2 to 2.5 feet high. So they put the ash there, and that pot kept in between 4 stone plaques and covered that with another stone slab. And that was there for more than 2,700 years intact, and it was pure dry. So that's why still today, if you go there, you will be able to see the location. So that is what you can physically see. Okay, we'll go back to the story now. I said it is more than 2,700 years. Now you can guess the time period now. And you think about the social sustainability, how rich that particular society is. You just compare what is happening today. You take a person who was cut into pieces on the road today. What you are going to do? You take your mobile phone, first go for a live streaming, you record yourself, and then you record the incident. You never say, Apu, at least, ayyo, no, nothing. It all gone. But the people who lived in this country 2,700 years ago, they knew even how to respect a dead body. That is one aspect in sustainability. We talked about the technology, we talked about the technological development, but as a society, how much we have deteriorated on our quality, not the products, but the human life. Then the creativity. Look at that, the great pot, and the way they created that particular burial location. I mean, to me, it is perfectly done, and the creativity is 100%. Think about the technology. Okay, I know many of you, or almost all of you, have played with mud. I'm talking about the real mud which you can touch, not the mud which you just throw among people. So that mud, if you carefully observe and look at the structures and the awards which you have done today, all these structures, you will not be able to make them with any clay. So they have to pick the correct material. They never went to a university, they never went to a school, but they learned that from the nature. Their universal knowledge came from the nature. That is one. The next one, the technology, making a 2.5 feet high a pot with 12 to 15 millimeter thickness, they can't do that without the Sakapurva. So they knew about the wheel technology. Without that, like the Vespa bee make his nest, you can't do the pot in that nature. So they knew the technology of the wheel. The next one, this pot was burned, right, like this. So the burning, how they knew they can change the properties of the clay by burning. That is not again from a university. No, they didn't come to Moroto University to learn about the clay technology. So maybe the clay which is near a burned tree was different. They found it is different to the clay they can find near the lake. So from that they learned and they practiced it. So they start learning the stuff from the nature and they learn the sustainability and the green technology. I don't have to talk about the sustainability and the adaptability which they had in their society or in their civilization. So that is one great example for you to think the sustainability and the green concepts we had. Right, from that, you talked about anything, the construction, they always love to follow the natural contours. They did the minimum harm to the nature, and also how they balance the light and the wind, right? So they get the natural lighting, they got the natural shading, they got the correct material, they got the correct color there, and the color temperatures. We do a lot of research to get the color temperature right, but these people have learned it from where? That is from the nature. That was the only learning the school or the university they had at that time, but that has taught everything under the sun to these people, right? So all these material development or the processing, either natural or near natural, from the construction to the agriculture, we were relying on all the countries today, but these people are self-sustained. One can say, we had about 1,000, 2,000 odd people living at that time, so they went to the jungle, picked something, they ate and died. No, I don't want to believe. So if you look at the previous slide, I'm very sure we had millions of people living in this country. They knew one thing which you and I don't know even now. They knew they're going to die one day. We today, even at the ICU bed, the last minute, the last second, still we are not ready to believe that we are going to die. I'm not really asking you to keep that in your mind, always, I'm dying. No, that is not what I'm telling. They knew that they are going to die. And they did the minimum harm to the nature, and they got the maximum productivity, and they had a happy life. From the agriculture to the medicine. I'm really not talking about the medicine which came with King Vijaya from India, the Ayurvedic medicine. We had our own medical setup. Let me take you one example from the history from the Hella Vedakama. You know about mercury, the Rasadiya. Rasadiya, the mercury is a heavy metal. We normally don't like even to touch. Let's say mercury, the thermometer broken in a room, we don't allow a kid to go into the room. But these people, they got mercury and they put mercury in a stone cup, and they were working with the material days and hours, and they converted mercury to a very beautiful drug carrier, right? So every time this the stone stick touches the stone cup, the mercury particles were broken into another level. So we talked about the nanotechnology today, and we say that the fathers of nanotechnology are in the West, but the real fathers or the forefathers are from this blessed country. They never knew about the nanotechnology. They never knew about that particular scientific term, but they knew by breaking the material into another level, they knew that they can change the properties. Amazing. Again, from the nature. So, that is where we have. So anybody in this audience, if you want to learn about the green and the sustainability, I don't think we have to listen to anybody from the West. We should go to the past and just start, dreaming or rather thinking about what they did, you will be able to learn a lot. But where we went, what was happened to us? To me, I believe this was one reason. I still can remember when I was a kid, right? So it's around 5:36 in the evening. So I'm still playing with the same school uniform. So my mother, after the office, she came and put me in, asked, okay, have a bath and start doing your homework. But today, not my kids, but the majority, they are busy with their mobile devices, internet devices, rather electronic devices. So you have to pull them out to feel the nature. So they miss the real learning, the school or the university, which is the nature, and they don't have that. They are busy with the technology. Another one. This is me, and this is the modern generation. This is October, September, October. Those are the best time to fly a kite. If you remember, many of the Sri Lankans here, if you can go back to your childhood, I have my childhood. I had a very great, beautiful childhood in my time. So flying a kite it's like getting a degree or doing another PhD. You have to get the correct material. You have to put them together, right? And then paste the papers and get the shape. Even it is 100% symmetrical. When you take that to the field, start flying it, what will happen? Will it go to the sky? No, that will come down. So you have to do 10, 15 iterations to take that up. And the feeling you get, I don't know how many of you have that particular feeling. The day the first kite fly to the sky, amazing. That was like, graduating in a convocation with a PhD. So that is my childhood. But today, you have a ready-made kite. It's a drone now, and it has a lot of additional qualities. You can get the bird eye view as well. You can see the ground. You have a small operative tool with 2 joysticks, and you are controlling them. But you are losing the experiments. You are losing your learning curve. You will get all your toys, all your technologies, all your setups which you are enjoying today are all ready-made. You don't know what inside. But in our case, even a small toy we made, we had a lot of learning inside. That is my parents. But today, you go jogging and eat as much as possible, go and sit in the office, afternoon, back to the gym. Otherwise, you can't survive because you have to learn, you have to burn all the calories. You got very famous cartoon, the TV and your stomach. That's very famous. So all these things will hint you where we went wrong. We lost the most interesting, important university in the world. That is the nature. So that is why we are talking about the sustainability and the green today. Let me talk to you one interesting guy. I'm very sure you know the person, Stabe. July 8th, he was killed on the road while he's addressing a political campaign. I normally don't respect the politicians much. I could say I don't respect them, but I really respect this guy due to one reason. He knew that he can't perform, and he stepped down in 2020 and gave the battle to the next level. So with that I respect him, but that is not the reason for me to put this particular the image as the slide. In 2018, I got the opportunity to go to Japan for a science and technology conference representing Sri Lanka, and there the keynote speaker was Abe. So he came and he was talking 1.5 hours about one interesting development done by Japanese, that is this tractor. And he is telling this tractor, or rather 2 tractors, can do the farming keeping 1-inch distance between 2 tractors, communicating each other, the artificial intelligence. Amazing, unbelievable. You assume 2 farmers, keep them 2 meters away, give all the instruments, make sure 2 ambulances are ready, because we are very poor in communication. But these 2 tractors, keeping 1-inch distance, can do the farming while communicating. Amazing, unbelievable. I couldn't sleep that particular night. I was dreaming when we will get this particular technology to Sri Lanka. The next day, I had to leave Japan. So Japan is not that developed as Sri Lanka, right? They don't have private vehicles. We have our own private vehicles, then the official vehicle, and that and this everything. But Japan, it's all the public transport. So I had to take the public transport also to go from main city to the airport. So when I was traveling in my compartment, I was sitting this side, the other side. There was a family. So I was closely observing them. I was there with them for about 45 minutes. Don't misunderstand me. I took this particular image. I took it not just because of this particular beautiful lady. There was a reason. There was a story behind. So the reason is, I was sitting and looking this particular family, and the mother, you can clearly see, mother is busy with the phone, right? All 45 minutes, she's with the phone, both hands keeping the phone. And the father, one hand, he holds the phone, the other hand, he take care of the kid. And the kid is the main character here, and he's not sleeping. You can see his eyes are open, right? He was looking the two back sides of the phones, and without making a simple hum noise, all 45 minutes. You think of your own kid, unattended for 1 minute, what is going to happen? So they were they were brilliantly trained. Amazing. The previous day, Abhay was talking about two tractors, 1 inch distance, communicating each other. The next day, I met a family touching each other, the entire family, the whole family, not a single word. If you think this is the development, I'm sorry to say, I will either protest or leave the country if this crosses the Indian Ocean and reach Sri Lanka. Because I still believe we are much more developed, sorry madam to say this, we are much more developed than all these developed countries, because still we have our own qualities inside, and we should not let that to go. Right. So, that is the balance we had to make sure, right? So everywhere this is happening. So the disasters, we talked about the climate disasters, we talked about the human-made the stories. But let me show you one interesting image from China again. This is before the lockdown in a China main city, and that is what the human has done for 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 years. And the same image, same place, 2019 December, 14 days after the lockdown, you can see the difference. This is what your right-hand side, that is what you have done. And the left-hand side, that is the recovery of the nature within 14 days. I don't know which one you will select, but still I don't believe this is not the place for me to live, because I always love to stay with the trees than these concrete jungles. But within the concrete jungles itself, you can see the difference, what you have done and what the nature is trying to do. So this is something you need to understand. Well, that is not the real challenge for you or rather for us to face. We need more energy, we need more water, we need more food. By 2030, you can see at least we need to increase the production by 50%. It's a huge challenge. Well, none of these things which I showed you, they are not really computer gilmarts. This is really happening. Somewhere, even now, there's something happening somewhere we don't know, which we don't know. So this is what we were basically expecting from the monkey to the artificial intelligence. We want to walk with the artificial intelligence, or with the people with artificially intelligent. But this is exactly what was happened. Every step we put forward, we have destroyed the nature. It's high time for us to look back. We talked about green, but I really don't like the concepts coming as green and sustainability, because they are all concepts, just concepts. We build green structures which last for 3,000, 2,000, even 1,000 years. Or, basically we forget the basic definition of sustainability. We promised and say we are not going to compromise the ability of the next generation to achieve their satisfaction by making structures which last 1,000 years. How come you say that they are willing to live in these structures which built by us today? That's very unfortunate. We talked about sustainability, but really we are not doing the right thing. Well, interesting cartoon. Once again, you and I going to talk to the sun, and or rather, let's say I'm going to talk to the sun and say, please go to your settings to the display settings and please reduce the brightness level. It's like the phone brightness. It is asking you to reduce the brightness level. It's too hot for me to say. No, I'm not really talking about today. It's cold, but in general, it's all good. And the son replies and say, sorry, I haven't done any change to my settings. Please go to your settings. You increase the number of trees, reduce the concrete jungles, and it was a long list. At the last, son says, please go back to your human mode from your auto mode. In the phone, you have a lot of modes, the airplane mode, the silent mode, and like that. Please go back to your human mode from your auto mode. You have things there for you to think a week or a month. Right? So that is what the nature says, but unfortunately, I don't know how many of us can understand this message from the nature. I started with a coral video. Unfortunately, it has become a photo, which is from my lab, which we do recently on coral research. But this particular image is from Okinawa Beach. In 2014, they found the whole beach was gone with, they don't have corals, and they committed to plant corals in 2014. In 2020, and by today, it is a thick coral jungle. If you do the right thing, with the right theme, with the right attitude, with the right intention, I don't think you need to ever think about the green and the sustainability. You will be there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Halvatura, for the interesting presentation and the sharing of knowledge with all of us. It has been an eye-opener, and it has forced us to go back to our human mode. I think that makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are ready to go on to appreciate the Merit Award winners of Green Productivity Awards 2021. I have the honor of inviting Professor Rangika Halvatura on stage to give away the certificates, and he will be accompanied by Ms. Sakuntala Gunatilaka and Mr. Premalal Patirana for this occasion. Okay, with a big round of applause, we are now ready to recognize the Merit Award winners of Green Productivity Awards 2021. American Premium Water Systems Private Limited, Blackpool Resorts and Spa, Cleantech Private Limited, Foreigner Plantations Fairlawn Estate, Foreigner Plantations Tilly Courtley Estate, Kurunagala Plantations Limited, Lanka Special Steels Private Limited, Midland Breeders Private Limited. And Talawakale Tea Estate, Radalla Estate. Congratulations, and the Merit Award goes to MS Active Linear Intimo. Well, thank you very much, Professor Halvatura, and thank you very much. So right now we are ready to move on with the next set of awards, that is for the awarding of the bronze category. I have the honor of inviting the Director General of Central Environmental Authority, Mr. Hemantha Jayasinghe, and he will be accompanied by Ms. Surani Dias and Mr. Namal Dharmaratna. The winners of the bronze category: Horana Plantations, Gauravilla Estate. Next, Horana Plantations, Mahanilu Estate. A big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. And next, MS Linear Aqua Private Limited. Are the winners of the bronze category. Here comes the representatives from MS Linear Aqua Private Limited. And Samson's Compounds Private Limited. And the next award goes to Talawakale Tea Estates, Somerset Estate. Congratulations, you're getting a bronze category award for the Talawakale Tea Estate, Somerset Estate. Congratulations, let's put our hands together again for the winners of the bronze category. And now it's time to hand over the token of appreciation to the Director General of CEA, Hemantha Jayasinghe, on behalf of SLAAQP. all due respect, I cordially invite our keynote speaker for today, Professor Rangika Halvathura, to accept the token of appreciation presented to you by SLAQP. Please give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are moving to the silver category of Green Productivity Awards 2021. To give away the awards, I cordially invite Mr. Nalin Munasinghe, the Deputy Resident Representative of FAO, on stage, and he will be accompanied by Ms. Medhani Somasinghe and Mr. Tony Ukwatage. The winners of the silver category: Ansel Textiles Lanka Private Limited, Siduwa. Fabric PLC. Here comes another winner, MS Active Krida, Mihintale. Congratulations, this is MS Active Krida, Mihintale team. The next winner, MS Active Krida, Synergy. Another silver award goes to PGP Glass Ceylon PLC. The final winner of that category, the silver category, it goes to Unilever Sri Lanka for honor. Congratulations all. Let's give them a big round of applause for the silver category winners. Thank you very much, Mr. Nali. And we request you to remain on stage to accept the token of appreciation given to you by the SLA QP. Thank you very much, Mr. Nali. And while congratulating the silver category winners, we are now ready to gradually move on to the next segment. But before that, we are ready to add more glamour to this event. So ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a beautiful performance, a drumming performance. Let's invite them on stage. While they gradually come on stage, let's have a reminder of the winners we have recognized so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Merit Award winners. So the Merit Award winners were American Premium Water Systems PVT Ltd, Blackpool Resort and Spa Cleantech Private Limited, Horner Plantations Fairlawn Estate, Horner Plantations Tilly Coterie Estate, Kurunagala Plantations Limited, Lanka Special Steels Limited, Midland Breeders PVT Ltd, and we had Talavakale Tea Estates of the Radal Estate, and the Merit Award was also given to MS Active Linear in Timor. That was about the bronze category winners, and the awardees of the bronze category was gone into Horner Plantations Gauraville Estate, Horner Plantations Mahanilu Estate, MS Linear Aqua Private Limited, Samson Compounds Private Limited, Talavakale Tea Estates, Somerset Estate. So that were the awardees of the bronze category. And going ahead with the silver category, we had the opportunity of awarding Ansel Textiles Lanka Private Limited, the Sidual, Haley's Fabric PLC, MS Active Krida Mihintale, MS Active Krida Synergy, PGP Glass Ceylon PLC, and Unilever Sri Lanka Foreigner. Alright, so as we have few more minutes to wait to witness that beautiful drum performance, we are now ready to move on to the address by our chief guest. We are really honored to have you here today, madam. So with all due respect, I invite Mrs. Devi Gustino Tobing, the Ambassador of Indonesia, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Mr. Vipul Kolaratne, President of SLAAQP, Mr. Vimlendra Saran, FAO representative for Sri Lanka and the Maldives, Professor Rangika Halwatura. I think so many names also of dignitaries. I'm sorry I couldn't mention one by one, but it's very important also for us. So I also acknowledge all of you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Ayubowan Wanakam. It is a great honor for me to be here as the Chief of Guests, officiating at the Green Productivity Awards 2021, held by Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity, or SLA. It's quite long, isn't it? SLAAQP. So you can memorize that because it's long. Today on the 14th of October 2022. Indeed, I'm very pleased and privileged to deliver the keynote address at this event, which is the very first award of this nature in Sri Lanka. There will be, we already witnessed the award giving to organizations that perform the best green productivity practices based on leadership environmental sustainability, enhancing productivity, and sustainable innovation and social contribution. In this regard, I would like to congratulate each and every companies that have been selected as the awardees of this Green Productivity Award. And also let me extend my appreciation as well to the organizer, the SLAAQP, for your best effort in initiating and pioneering this very important event. Again, congratulations to all of you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the global sustainability focus has incorporated evolving concepts, ideas, and philosophies in an effort to reduce the negative impacts of climate change, resources depletion, and environmental degradation. Just before we have the very important explanation from Professor Rangika, it's very, very important. I'm so also impressed on the fact that we bring to us today. Many countries around the world view sustainable development as their principal target, and green initiative or policies are high in their agendas. The ASEAN Productivity Organization, or APO, of which both Sri Lanka and Indonesia are the members, introduced one of green initiatives, which is the green productivity concept, in 1994 as a response to the renewed global commitment to environmental preservation. Quoting a written forward by Dr. AKP Mohtan, Secretary General of the APO, the main objective of the imposition of GP is in order to simultaneously improve productivity and environmental performance, contribute to sustainability, and advance socioeconomic development. In this regard, green productivity was initiated, developed as a comprehensive strategy. It supports the idea that competitive economies and healthy environmental are interdependent. In other words, green productivity aims to improve environmental and socioeconomic performance while also increasing production. Producing goods and services that are environmental friendly requires the adoption of methodology, which includes the right process, technology, and management system. And I believe all the prizes today should be also consider all these facts. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, there are some case studies or examples which show how the GP successfully imposed by the companies such as Dow and DuPont Company. As part of its green productivity project, Dow started a program in 1970s to encourage employees to explore for methods for reducing pollution. During the first few years, hundreds of recommendations were put into practice with an approximate 183% return on investment. The ROI has nearly tripled over time. Meanwhile, in pursuing green productivity, mainly to reduce their impact on the environment, DuPont focused on eco-efficiency, eco-effectiveness. Instead, just making the same products more efficiently, they focus on making better products that perform the same function as the old ones, in new ways that were radically more productive and had much less impact on the environment. Those innovation works to promote green productivity. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, allow me, as the ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia, to share you how Indonesia strives to bring growth and prosperity for its people through green industry, which is related with the GP concept. Adoption of the green industry in Indonesia is regulated by the law number 3 of 2014 on industrial affairs. As stipulated by the law, Indonesian government must develop policies, improve institutional capacity, standardize, and provide infrastructure to support the green industry. So through and also in our national medium-term development plan, we implies also, this is for 2020 until 2024, we implies also strategic planning for Indonesia green industry. So the company perform rating assessment program, or we call it PROPER, and other policies, such as the carbon tax, are components of the national planning implementation. The government places a strong emphasis on the efficient use of raw materials, low carbon emission, and a reduction in the use of plastic. I believe also Sri Lanka do the same also in a way to protect the environment, as we have to do, as already been explained earlier, the importance on this for our life, for people's lives. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that the Green Productivity Awards launched by the SLAKP is important part of green commitment of Sri Lanka in an effort to green industry. I believe that we all hope that there are more individual companies, national and local governments who can adopt green productivity principles as an integrated part of their manufacturing or as a policy option to improve the local environment. Finally, I once again wish to congratulate SLAKP for conducting this hugely successful awarding function, and all the awardees for your huge contribution and active participation in the global efforts to save our planet. Thank you, Muhammad Stuti, Nandri.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and we are very happy to have you, and we are really honored to have you here today. So while thanking you, we would like to move on to the beautiful dance performance, which will be presented by our traditional drummers. So we would like to invite you all on stage with a big round of applause. presentation by them. Actually, like, it has brought a big vibe to this, a vibe that we have been wanting to hear. So thank you very much for that beautiful performance. Let's give them a big round of applause again. Before we are moving to the pinnacle of today's event, I now have the invitation to Mr. Nalin Munasinghe, the Deputy Resident Representative of FAO. Yes, sir, we are happy to have you here today, and we cordially invite you to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Very good evening to all of you. And that drum beat, had a lot of energy. I guess that, we still can, go for a couple of more hours even. Anyway, once again, thanks to all the drummers and the organizers for bringing that, very fruitful energy into this very productive event. Thank you very much. Mr. Vipula Kularatne, the President of SLAAQP, Her Excellency, the Ambassador to Sri Lanka from Indonesia, Mr. Hemantha Jayasinghe, the Director General of Central Environment Authority, Professor Hemanthi Ranasinghe, the Chairperson of the Green Productivity Awards, proud winners, very interesting. Congratulations once again for all the proud winners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So, I represent FAO representative, Mr. Vimlendra Sharan, today. So rather than trying to find, say, reasons why he couldn't come, I can consider this as an opportunity so that I'm talking to you now. So it's really nice to address this gathering this evening. Thanks to the organizers for giving us the invitation. And also I'm coming from another very important event for FAO and in particular United Nations, at large. Today is the World Food Day. Every year, October 16th, we celebrate World Food Day, but this time it's being on Sunday. We had a remarkable day today with the presence of all key stakeholders. Why I'm bringing this at this moment, we celebrated World Food Day this year at a time we all are facing a crisis situation in the country. So when I talk about agriculture, there's a lot more that I can bring here. You spoke about green awards today. This association tries to make green our businesses. And you are part of it. You all have made a lot of efforts to make sure your products come to the market, go to the world with the minimum damage to the world. So we all watched Gravita's video and how she was basically talking about, right, the importance of the products that are coming to the marketplace today. Being at FAO, being one of the largest organizations under UN family in the world, taking the lead in the global food security, our motto, our aim is to make sure that quality food is always available for everyone in the world. Quality food. You're talking about quality. We are talking about quality. Everyone is talking about quality and also productivity. We are all facing this biggest problem in the era. Unfortunately, it's yours and mine's time. We haven't had such a disaster in terms of foods in this country in the history. Unfortunately, it is now being faced by the other partners of the globally, as well. And that had made a lot of problems or new problems for us. We are struggling to find simple, a few fertilizers. We are struggling to find seeds now. We are struggling to find even earth, soil, water, you name. And that is where the term, the concept, productivity comes on board. How do we manage the available land? How do we use the available food? Now today, you and I, we are still lucky to have all 3 meals, or at least 2 meals. Let me put it in that way. That's the reality. But just imagine the situation when it comes to the really needed, marginalized communities in your neighborhood. I don't want to go into rural Sri Lanka now. Earlier we used to say rural populations. marginalized community, estate crowd and population. Today, you don't have to go that far. Your neighbor is suffering from this problem maybe than you. But have you ever thought that we simply could support each other? How much we waste? We are talking about the food protection, security, all, but do you know that we waste over 50% of the food that is coming to your plate? Throughout the value chain, throughout the supply chain. You harvest 100 kilos, but maybe say to the supermarket, it comes only at 50 kilos. It's not only in crops, it's not only in fisheries, it's not only in meat. Every industry, when it comes to food, we have a huge food loss and waste. We recently started with working with the Ministry of Fisheries, Department of Fisheries, or the fisheries sector, on how to make sure that the fish value chain, which is a cold chain as we all know, that all actors could be coming together to make sure that the quality and the productivity could be enhanced. The Sri Lanka Association, like we are talking about the Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity. Great work. You know, we should give a big applause of hands to the association for the great work you do in this country to make businesses, quality and productivity wise enhanced and supporting the entire industry. The theme of today's World Food Day was leaving no one behind. It applies to all of us. You cannot talk about quality, you cannot talk about productivity without getting everybody's support. And that is where the entire supply chain has to be addressed when it comes to our own way of making business. From the farmer, from the rural businessman, from the the rural producer, down to the international markets, we all have a role to play. Everyone has to consider the quality and the productivity standards in order to earn more while you're protecting everyone's lives. We talk about green environment, we talk about green businesses, but sometimes we forget your effluent, your residuals, your byproducts still carry a lot of chemicals, a lot of, destruction, destroying materials that will not good or would not do or would not support our lives in the on the earth. Now this is where we all need to understand where we can work together, how we can work together, who are to be responsible in terms of the products and the businesses that we are talking about today. What are the standards that are minimally needed? What standards, what benefits? This is very important. At what cost would be the next? We cannot make green the whole business, whole environment without talking about the quality, without talking about the cost. These all go, hand in hand. Even though we try to bring standards in the business, we also need to understand how to talk about the rupees and cents there. How to balance, at the end of the day, the incomes and expenditures. This is where we, as agriculture organization under United Nations, we always consider how to bring all partners together. How to make all sectors work in one value chain, one supply chain. And how to work in partnerships. It is basically not only that you work with your own teams, but you work with others, especially public-private partnerships. We all know that the government basically has mostly taken the leadership in almost every sector. Now we need to utilize their knowledge, their technical know-how capacity, and also the so-called, we would say, there are powers that they can support us in terms of bringing us to the international world. But without partnerships, without working together, how can we expect the kind of a quality standard? It's impossible. So today I'm happy to see the Director General of the Central Environment Authority, the apex body, for us to learn from how that we, how basically we bring the green nature, green concepts to the business sector. But without, working together, without being partners with them, I don't think that this is possible. You can, but then somewhere there, we have to make sure that the partners come in together here. So with that message, I'm really happy to be here today. Once again, thanks for organizers for inviting FAO for this. And I congratulate all the Green Award winners today. And also we expect the Green Award winners to, set an example or to work as a role model to this country and bring more and more support and more knowledge and energy to the rest of the industry and make the entire Sri Lanka green in terms of the green business. And FAO, UN, we are always there to help you, assist you, even to work with these organizations in future. Thank you very much. I know we should not speak too much. It's time to eat as well, I'm sure, so that, on this World Food Day, I don't want to leave you starving. All the best. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Nali, for all these words. And we have always thinking like what productivity could really mean, what this green productivity could really mean for us. So here comes the winners, the Gold Award winners of this Productivity Awards. I have heard the term like the quote, they're saying, if you want productivity, you will have to be the master of your minutes, every minute that it would count. So you all have made your minutes count and you all have given a value to it. So let's recognize the Gold Award winners of Green Productivity Awards 2021. For the delivery of the awards, I have the honor of inviting our chief guest for today's event, Mrs. Devi Gusteno Tobing, the Ambassador of Indonesia, and she will be accompanied by Professor Hemanti Ranasinghe and Mr. Vipul Kularatne. All right, all set. The Gold Award winners. Ashraf Memorial Hospital, Kalmune. Memorial Hospital, Kalmune. Here comes the winners of the Gold Awards. Plantations PLC. Representatives of Alpetia Plantations PLC. another Gold Award winner. That's GPV Lanka Private Limited. Another winner for the Gold Award. MS Fabrics Matrix. Congratulations. So let's give them a big round of applause. And I cordially invite the representatives of SLAQP to hand over the token of appreciation to our chief guest. Thank you very much for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for all the winners, including everybody who has participated in this Green Productivity Awards. You are being recognized for the quality work you have done. So keep the energy on and keep on doing the great work. Good luck to all of you and congratulations. So it's time for us to have a look at the video screen as we are now going to see the story of the Gold Award winners.
AMH is a well-established healthcare institute, and we follow triple bottom line concept to achieve our strategies with sharing win-win solution. Financial and non-financial motivation strategies are used to encourage our staff to achieving our vision without any obstacles. We have considered the engagement of employees as a key factor in AMH to achieve developed internal management strategies comply with sustainable development agenda. The triple bottom line is one of the main systems being used by us to assess the performance we are making through our entire institute. The triple bottom line method of the AMH sees beyond the traditional bottom line of operation to the profits that our operation makes socially, environmentally, and economically. Triple bottom line of sustainability we demonstrates our commitment to corporate social responsibility, CSR, through the top-level involvement. Medical superintendent and medical officers, policy investments, row systems, water treatment plant, biomass project, rainwater harvesting etc., programs, CP assessment, water audit, energy audit, signatories to voluntary standards, ISO 14064-1 certification. We take pains to reduce and eliminate our ecological footprint. Hence we have calculated our carbon footprint since 2017 to up to date. The received total greenhouse gas emissions are considered for the environment-related decision-making.
such as direct and indirect energy sources are identified and analyzed. The emissions and necessary improvements are implemented to reduce the wastages under various divisions. Meanwhile, as citizens of a society, we have a responsibility to manage our waste sustainably. So we have implemented 5R concept: reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and residual to internal waste management. According to that, many green activities have been conducted by the AMH under environment criteria to reduce the environment impacts and to enhance the quality of the operation for the human well-being.
GPV wants to be the most value-adding partner worldwide by revolutionizing EMS industry. Because GPV enables you and your business to accomplish more through uncompromising focus on quality, on-time delivery, fast response with its high mix, low-medium volume. At GPV, we believe all systems and processes needs to be accessed and streamlined in a continuous motion. A green environment promotes a better business growth and sustainability. GPV Lanka has made significant investments in developing sustainable business by replacing with energy-efficient equipment and energy monitoring systems fittings, such as use of LED lights, new energy-efficient compressor, energy monitoring system, water tap system, water treatment plant, material wastage reduction at wave soldering and electromagnetic compatibility departments. The Environmental Society of GPV Lanka organizes an annual tree planting campaign in the Kalpitiya area under the supervision of environmentalist Dr. Lalit Ekanayake.
I am Dr. Lalit Ekanayake, Chairman of the Bioconservation Society. We are conducting several kind of community-based environmental conservation activities in coastal areas. Today we conducted mangrove replanting activity with the support of GPV Lanka Private Limited at Kandakuliya Lagoon. Today we have planted about 1,000 mangrove plants and seedlings in the lagoon.
By far, over 1,700 mangrove plants have been planted in 2 phases by GPV Lanka with the help of the local community. With the current expansion project underway, GPV Lanka is investing on solar power that will produce nearly 90% of the power intake that is required for the functionality of the plant. With this giant step towards green energy, GPV Lanka is at the helm of driving other local businesses to follow suit.
We will understand you, we will challenge you, and we will make you accomplish more.
So today, as SLAQP, we have passed another, like a journey of step here with the Green Productivity Awards 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a special announcement for you all to be made on the TQM, so Total Quality Management Awards. So the Ayano TQM Excellence Award in Sri Lanka, this has been launched in 2020, but due to some of the issues, so the competition due to pandemic and the other situations prevailed in the country, it has postponed for few years, with the situation of the country. So you will be notified about the SLAQP is teamed up with Professor Kazutoshi Ayano of Tokai University of Japan, who is also a member of Deeming Award in Japan. So the Japanese UNON of Engineers and Scientists, the Ayano TQM Excellence Award in Sri Lanka will be launched for y'all. So you will get the chance of applying for this to showcase your good work that you have been doing. So with the Deeming Prize, it has been aligned with the Deeming Prize because it is known to be one of the highly specialized way of awarding you for the total quality, the award, the excellence that you show with regard to the productivity work that you do. So the details of the award will be available on SLAQP website from 25th October 2022. So there will be training programs planned during December and in January in 2023. If you are willing and if you are looking forward in applying for this, you will get the assistance from SLAQP. So if you need any details, you can request them from Mr. Hemantha Weerakon, the chairman of Ayano TQM Excellence Award, Sri Lanka 2022. So delivering that message, I now have the honor of inviting Senior Professor Hemanthi Ranasinghe, the chairperson of GP Awards, Green Productivity Awards, to present you the vote of thanks. Over to you, madam.
A very good evening to all of you. So, as Arundhati said, we have come to the end of a very, very productive and entertaining and valuable event. So, which is the Green Productivity Awards, which is launched for the very first time in the country, based on the Asian Productivity Association or Asian Productivity Organization criteria. So I can say that it is really valid internationally. So as an overall organizer and a member of the judging panel, I can assure you that the award is really earned it. Not that it was given to you. You really earned it because the criteria was extremely stringent, because it was so difficult, because you have to showcase that while conserving the environment, while ensuring a life, which Professor Rangika Halwathura mentioned, but you increase productivity also. If you had not increased your productivity, you didn't win. So very few could do it. But you did it. So I really congratulate all of you, the winners, starting from the gold, silver, bronze, and merit awards, that you really earned it. And this is not the first and last time. We will be having these awards every year so that you can continuously apply and the merit awardees can become gold winners. So this is really a incentive for you to do better. So having said that, now is my task of thanking all of you who really contributed in every way, in cash, the kind, and effort, every drop of your effort to make this a reality. So we are here really enjoying it, really experiencing the occasion. So, first of all, I must say, well, excuse me if I had omitted some names because, well, it could be possible, but please be assured that you are all remembered by me as well as my colleagues in SLAQP very fondly. First of all, on behalf of the SLAQP, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to our chief guest, Her Excellency Dewi Gustina Tobing, Ambassador of Indonesia, who definitely, despite her numerous commitments, consented to participate today and delivered a very insightful address. Thank you very much, madam. And also thank you very much for your first secretary who accompanied her, and it's a great honor, sir. And Mr. Nalin Munasinghe, yes, I thought you were an agriculturist and a manager, but I didn't know that you were an environmentalist. You really was an ardent environmentalist. Your speech was very, very inspiring, sir. So, he represented Mr. Vimlendra Sharan, who is the FAO representative to Sri Lanka and Maldives, because due to some, commitment which came last moment. He could not make it, but we are so happy that you could make it, sir. And actually, you said what I was going to say, especially to our Director General of the Central Environment Authority. I was going to tell him that, look here, sir, we all talk about environment. Being the Director General of the Apex organization on environment, who really enforces the National Environment Act, which ensures that the life on Earth for us as well as our future generations, as Professor Rangika said, will be ensured. I know because I'm also, part of them. So we really strive very hard to make standards and ensures that the standards are met. But always the common practice is that environmental conservation, although we talk about it very fondly, is given the stepmother's treatment when it comes to economic development. And that's what happened even now. Every minute of the day, that's what's happening. But it is not the case now, as we could see from these Green Productivity Awards. I mean, okay, if you increase your productivity without giving in any heed to environment, then you're not qualified. So what their challenge to our industrialists and also, not only industries, but public sector, I'm so happy to say that a hospital won a gold award. So this is not only for manufacturing sector, service sector, public and private. This is the challenge that we have to meet. So I'm so happy about this, that you are exposed to how productivity and environment could meet. Yes, that is the way to go. And in fact, the video also showed that one. So thank you very much, sir, I know that you have to go to Vietnam tomorrow, and that you really, your schedule is very tight, but you really made it today. We value it very much because we all together strive to pave way for a healthy and quality of life for us as well as for future generations. And as I'm coming to you, Professor Rangika Halwaturu, thank you very much for that very insightful speech. And really, I would take only two things which could describe it. And you said, okay, get out of the auto mode and take on the human mode. And you really brought very good examples as to where we have gone wrong and how to, make it right. And also the lessons that we can get, we always try to see that we get lessons from the West. But we get lessons from everywhere. Just look around. Keep your eyes open, and we get lessons from our own environment. Just take out your baggage and just be sensitive to the environment, and you will learn a lot. So that's the message you gave, sir. Thank you very much. But, there won't be a celebration without you, dear award winners. So without you participating in this competition, this will not happen. This will not become a reality. So we are very happy that we could provide a forum for you to showcase your environmentally friendly achievements. And you showcased it as videos as well, so that, we could all get insights from you and pursue a path of sustainable development. And okay, now the difficult part, the work behind the scene. Yes. So I'm eternally thankful to SLWQP, our GP team, and the judging panel, who really work 24 hours round the clock to judge the applications. And as I am also part of the judging panel, I must say that it was very, very difficult. Because, the criteria was so stringent and you were so competitive, so it really was difficult, but we were very happy finally when we came up with the results. And dear invited guests who consented to show their comradeship to us in participating in this event despite this torrential rain. So this torrential rain is another example of where climate is taking us. This is really climate change, and we can't say that, no, it's not happening. It is happening now, and we are experiencing it. And if we don't do anything about it, we'll be drowned. And I also would like to thank the media institutions and representatives who are the vehicles to take this message, very important message to the general public, and to pave way for an environmentally friendly society. So just us alone or you alone cannot do that. We really have to take this message to the wider polity. And thanks Mr. Sunil Udukala from the Central Environment Authority, Director, Environmental Promotions and Media, for your help in getting together the media institutions as well as other colleagues. I would like to give my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to all the service providers who did an excellent job in making this event a very colorful and excellent one. Dr. Arundhati, for your very interesting comparing. And I must say that actually, apart from being a compeer, she's a lecturer, senior lecturer in the department of, in the faculty of technology in our university, University of Sri Jayewardenepura. So, yes, brains and beauty put together, yes. And also, the dance team also from the University of Sri Jayewardenepura. So I'm not going to brag University of Sri Jayewardenepura, but this is really, what university can do also. Because we think that universities can't do much. Yes, they really can do a lot. And the 99 events back team who developed the backdrop and sounds, and of course under the leadership of our council member, Mr. Premalal, and Malinda for the photography, Pearl Bay video team for video and live streaming, Mr. Mohammed Atiq, who is our web manager, also from University of Sri Jayewardenepura, for his continued support always. Thanks goes to the hotel staff for the lovely hall arrangements and your cordial service. Also, thank Miss Mevini Veerasinghe, in fact, daughter of one of our council members, for her assistance provided all around. And our sponsors, PGP Glass Ceylon PLC, for providing a memorable memento which all can take with us, this lovely bottle, glass bottle which we can take home, and which gives us the notion that, okay, time has come to say bye to PET bottles. Yes. A big thank you to Samson Rajarata Tiles, a member of the DSI group, for the very authentic gifts which are in line with the theme. Thank you, Vipul, for that. And also this one, this lovely lamp is from them. And last and not the least, the president, Mr. Vipul Kularatne, the president of the SLAAQP, who brought this idea to the council. It was not really me, it was his idea, which the council speculated, council, really gave all the support to make it happen. And I was just a vehicle. And then all the facilitation given by the council members, in fact, it was really a lovely play of teamwork. So I'm really thankful to all the council members and our coordinator, he's the live wire of SLAAQP, Mr. Naresh Piris, and also Ms. Malati, who assist him for just making this happen. That's all I can say, right? Everybody took their small task and delivered it. And even at the last moment, you could see people running around, and I have never seen such a team, I think, and, my hats off to you. And dear council members, as I said, and yes, So again, I would say that I'm so happy that we have really come to the realm of this event. And I would like to encourage you to apply, and we hope to have this event every year, and take the message to others also, so that they also can apply to these awards, and they can be, even the merit award winners can really prove themselves to be gold winners next time. So that always there's continuous improvement, and that is what this association is for. Sri Lanka Association for the Advancement of Quality and Productivity, which is a continuous activity. So thank you very much. Have a very good night. And yes, as Mr. Nalin said, yes, you're all hungry. We are all hungry. So don't worry. Yes, you're invited to dinner. Please enjoy the dinner also and enjoy the company. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senior Professor Hemanti Ranasinghe, for remembering everyone very fondly. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the conclusion of Green Productivity Awards 2021. I would like to make an announcement, as you will get the chance of collecting a special gift, environmental friendly gift that is given to you by PGP Glass PLC. So you can collect it once you return, once you just leave this place. And I cordially invite you all to enjoy dinner, and we hope that you will do better and you will shine well and you will do your best job in the coming world. It is all about the continuous process that is going ahead. Let me wind up today's event with the quote from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue. That is what it counts. So keep hope alive and let's all work for the best of our performance. So good night and have a great evening.